everybody get your microphone on. And this is July the 1st, 2024, and this is the Legislative and Governmental Relations Committee meeting. If I'm a little distracted, I have been distracted and will continue to be for a while. But I appreciate all of you all being here. Lynn, you understand even better.
Yeah.
So thank you for being here. Let's call this meeting to order officially. And has everyone filled out the attendance sheet?
Yep.
Good. All right. If you would overlook the agenda that you see there on the front sheet, and then
I'll make a motion to approve.
okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And we've got approval for the agenda for the evening. Okay, let's look at the previous committee meeting minutes. You notice we are marking those as draft and as approved, so this one has not been approved as of yet, and that's what we're doing, looking that over tonight, approving the past minutes way back in May 9.
Doesn't seem like it was that long.
Yeah.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Roger, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, unanimous decision to approve the previous minutes. Okay. At this time, do we have any citizens that would like to address our committee? Would you please come to the lectern? And please identify yourself. We just don't know who you are. Thank you for being here.
Taller citizens, I guess.
I'm taller than most. Hi, I'm Sally Singles, a resident of Manchester. For the last 15 years, I've been attending the county commission and occasionally the county meetings as time allowed, as the committee meetings as time allowed. When former Mayor Matheny was running for office, many of us citizens encouraged him to make Coffee County government more transparent. Also at the time, many of the county commissioners found not having agendas in the detail for the committee meetings was a disadvantage for them, especially if they were not on the committees. After former Mayor Matheny made this information available, it gave them time to do their research before they were asked to vote on a particular item. It also gave citizens like myself the availability to see what they were working on. It gave me time to contact my county commissioner for details when I needed the information. As of today, July 1st, 2024, the state law now states that a 48-hour notice must be given and posted for all state and local government meetings. I'm not sure what else it requires of the government, but I also encourage you to continue the online information of county meetings, their agendas, their attachments, and letting residents who have signed up to be alerted this information continue the filming of all county commission and committee meetings to be streamed in on YouTube for the site for all to see. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sally.
Thanks, Sally.
All right. I think that is our intent. I think all the members of the committee, I don't want to speak for you, but I think I understand your spirit enough to know we want to be accountable and we want those agendas to be posted and people to have the opportunity to be here. Today's agenda was late, my fault. Again, been distracted and didn't get it in on time, but we did get it in so that agenda is there. When you go to the county website, you will notice that many of the agendas and many of the minutes of the committees are not posted. Now, they have to be approved by that committee, and then they will be posted on the county. So they might be 30 days or a little later before they're posted. So I was not aware of that, but that's what's going on, and they have to be approved before we post them to the county site. So maybe that's a little explanation there, that I just getting back in town and finding out those kind of things. Okay, anybody else would like to address our committee? Okay, all right. Previously unfinished business is next on our agenda. And this is just to let you know, again, I keep bringing up that same reason, but it is a reason. I'm still investigating the committees. We now have them, their function and purpose and responsibilities are listed, and it happens to be in 2015. Most of those are there. So we're going to be studying that and be bringing you a report about that probably next meeting. So any questions about that?
Oh,
Okay, all right. And the purpose of that, again, was we could not find where there was a document or a booklet or anything that listed the standing committees and their function and responsibilities. So we wanted to go back and verify that and then get that approved again through the CLB, and then have it posted like in the mayor's office and other places where people could see what the committees were supposed to be doing. Okay. No further questions. Let's move on to the new business here. And I'm looking to see if it got in here, and it did not. In the Policies and Procedure Committee, it was referred to them, others, but I actually gave this proposal for an amendment to the rules and the procedures for our CLB. My intention is that we have every month a report, whether it's the minutes or something from each of the committees and the commissions and councils. I think, yeah, and I know there's about 30 of them, but that we have that printed and put in the agenda packet that we have for the CLB. And of course, the purpose for that I was trying to accomplish, and thought that, well, we've been doing that until just a recent few meetings. But that gives a concise place where all those reports are printed and printed in one concise place. And then we as commissioners, I know they're all posted online and videos and things like that, but you've got to go acquire a computer, your phone, something. But this is where it's printed, it's in your hand.
I like just having it during the meeting like that. It's
Yeah.
a lot easier than trying to figure out how to find it on
And
your
it
phone.
really helps the meeting, because when it comes time for a report, the chairman can say, well, you'll see in our report.
The only thing
and-
I'd say, if you don't mind, the only thing I'd say about that is the citizens can't see what's in your report when you're listening or watching on TV, so it's probably still useful to encourage committee chairs to give at least a few words about
Yes.
what's in there, so
Okay,
that's just
very good point.
free editorial comment.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. But we were losing this printed
Yeah,
document
yeah.
in the last few. So the purpose of this amendment is to state and to get those in place, some things in terminology in our policies and procedures for the county commission procedural rules. You'll see this was done, and I'm still waiting again. This should have been sent to us from the Policies and
Oh, so
Procedure
they haven't
Committee.
seen it yet.
Oh, they have seen
No,
it,
maybe they haven't approved it yet.
and they approved it
Okay.
and sent it up here, but it hasn't made it up the chain of command.
Well, if we know they've got it, and this is what it is.
Well, this is not the completed. This is what I couldn't get a hold of what was
okay.
amended.
Okay,
But I want us to kind of see what's going on
Yeah.
before it gets here, so we'll be knowledgeable and we can be considering that. But these are the three places in the procedural rules, and I have those here in case you want to reference those, but I thought we'd just talk about them. The procedural rules is several pages, 10 pages of how we're to conduct ourselves. It was first revised, I don't know when it was originally formed, but it was revised in March of 24th of 2015. And then it's been revised again January 14th of 2020, and then it was revised again. The latest revision was January 11th, 22.
okay.
So what we're talking about is amending that January 11th, 2022 revision. And these three places were places where we could insert the words that you see there. And like page 7, section E, reporting procedures, and change that sentence to say the procedure for reporting the findings and minutes of a committee to the commission shall be as follows. Okay, and then we'll list those. And then on page, the next one, it says, section E and reporting procedures. Number 1, after the existing sentence, these reports are to have been provided to the chairman of the CLB and printed in the agenda. Printed, you see the word printed, and printed in the agenda packet provided to the commissioners for the CLB meeting in which the report is scheduled. So this is just a changing of those words and adding the term printed. So again, our whole intention is to get those printed. I simply wanted to give this to you so you can be reading that. We're still waiting, again, for that to come to us. It was approved, we changed it a little bit, but it is approved by the Policies and Procedure Committee. But being out of town and things,
So,
I couldn't run it up here.
so a question on,
Sure.
and I don't know what else they might have considered. I think this looks good, but would some of the stuff that's been in our agenda packets relevant to like agenda items wouldn't be included under reports? So, if the-
Correct,
But
but
hopefully
like
if there's agenda-
resolutions and those things would
Yeah.
be in another place in the
but
agenda.
hopefully if there's any reference material, because we've even been getting reference material associated with those, is that, like if there was a rezoning, having a map of the rezone, for example?
You know,
do
I
we
think
think
just
we'll
the
get those?
minutes would, this is just the suffice of the minutes, and then
Yeah.
something like that would require some more detail later.
And maybe that's included already under the agenda items. But
Correct.
that to me is probably even more important than the minutes. That's
Yeah.
something that you're actually actively debating, so.
Okay, yeah. The intent of this is to get all necessary information,
Yep, no,
Pertinent
I
information.
like this,
So-
so,
but this is what's coming, and like I said, I couldn't get today, and trying to get all this information ready, could not get this information to us from
Yeah.
directly as it was brought to us from Policies and Procedures. But here's something for you to study and
Yep.
be ready for, okay?
Yep.
So that's one of the reasons we were meeting today, to get this information, and I intended to have all that other. Do all of you have this Coffee County procedural?
so
rules?
yes, now ask me if I know where I could lay my hand.
Would you like for me to email it to you?
I would love that.
Yes.
Okay, all
Because
right,
I don't think I ever got one.
okay. So, and see, that's another thing I'm
Buried in my
finding as I
office
look
somewhere.
and looking in committee things,
Yeah.
our communication of pertinent,
Well,
up-to-date
if I get an
information.
email, I'll drop it in a folder in my commission, on my hard drive, and I'll at least know where to go look for it, if it's, yeah.
Where to lay your hand. Okay, I will, when we get home, we will make that happen, and you will get a copy of that. Okay. Any other comments or questions about this amendment?
No, not right now, other than the one I gave you, so.
Okay. One of the things, again, that our meeting times and days, again, I'm trying to make us as available as we can and put us in place for committees that are bringing things to the CLB. So I'm trying to have our meetings the Monday of the week before our CLB meeting.
good practice.
And because that gives us 7 days to get what we decide on in when it's got to be worked on and happening with the CLB. Okay? All right. Is there any other new business that you guys may know or that I haven't been aware of here?
Not for me.
Okay, well, I believe in having efficient meetings, so
It's pretty fishy.
maybe we can make this really efficient.
There we go.
All right. So,
I've already made all the other motions, so somebody's.
Oh, yeah.
motion to adjourn in
Motion to
second.
adjourn.
All in favor?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, gentlemen, thank you for being here. Hope to be more information later, but trying to keep all that we have in your hands.